Organizing my seeds. Got the pumpkin. Already planted some cantaloupe yesterday, so I'm gonna do something different. I made a short earlier where I pointed out that these are both sugar babies, but the packaging looks a little different. I'm assuming it's just a different picture, but we'll find out, won't we? I'm gonna flip the camera around. I gotta be careful to make sure I don't get people that don't want to be on camera. I mean, there's no one over there right now, but there might be in a minute. I've got the tripod as low as it can go right now. Hey, look, it's my chair. Nope. There we go. I think let me go right here. Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Oh, I should really put on a pair of gloves, shouldn't I? Hello. I made a short about an hour or so ago about how city workers dug up a part of my front yard. And I'm not too bent out of shape about it because I was going to dig up a part of my yard to get the dirt to build the hills for the melons. So, like I said in the short, the government actually saved me a lot of work. That is very rare. I filled this 5-gallon bucket up with the dirt, and it's the same black clay up there that it is back here, which is cool, but it also means it's like really heavy. So this 5-gallon bucket weighs a lot. It's freaking heavy. I know you can't tell by camera, but trust me. All right, I'm going to build a hill right here. I don't know if y'all will be able to see it very well. But you're here for me, not the hill, I think. I could be wrong about that. See what I mean? It's heavy. We're going to do it sandcastle style. Now this clay, they went about maybe 4 feet deep. So, you know, it's from a little bit deeper in the earth than the surface layer. So I don't know if it's that color because it's not as moist as the black clay all over the rest of my yard. But we shall find out together. I'm going to break it up as well, and I'm going to mix it with this fertilized soil. Look at my hoe. I've got better tools to do this with. It's right over here. I use this tool to mix soil together. And whenever I'm preparing a garden, I'll use it to break up the soil on the surface, and I'll pour whatever I'm adding, like the soil there, to it. And then, you know, I'll continue to mix it with this, and then I will pat it all down with a shovel, and then I'll start planting things. But this thing is great for breaking up soil and mixing stuff together. Put my garbage in the 5-gallon bucket for now. Beautiful. This is seriously a great ab exercise. I put it right in my way. Up, glass. I know I've said it before, but I find glass every time I start working back here. Funnily enough, that glass came from my front yard because the dirt I'm working with right there came from my front yard. So it's everywhere. It's not just in my backyard, is what I'm saying. You know what? I just thought of a better angle. I'm like, I don't want to accidentally get any of my neighbors on camera. Well, there we go. Yeah. Unless they start walking through my backyard, I think we're good. Gardening is one of those things that I love doing, but I feel like I look like an idiot while I'm doing it. I'm just sitting here like, it's like, what are you doing, dog? I'm gardening. This damn clay is so clay that it just freaking sticks to my prongs. Come on, clay. lost my grip. Trying to pack this down a little bit. It's just like mushy clay. And it gets hot in Texas. You would think that it would have at least began the drying process, but nah. Packing down the dirt and the moat next to it. I'm trying to make sure that they are the same length so that I get the most use out of the surface area I have available to me. It's time to call the warden. Trying to pick up a hunk of clay and move it to the back here. Ooh, made it about halfway there. Come on, you're going to be our corner. When they call this clay dirt, they are not freaking kidding. This stuff is like trying to work with Play-Doh. A backyard full of Play-Doh. And I don't even have kids. And the reason I bring that up is because when I think of Play-Doh, I think of when I was a kid and how much fun I would have playing with Play-Doh. So I would freaking lose my mind back here. And I'm sure any kid I would have would likely be the same way. But no, it's just a dude in his 30s trying to freaking cultivate the clay. You know, that's life. That's life. There, only one fell. Like, geez. So many shovels. I'm defining the parameters of the hill by just, getting the shovel in there. I'm not actually going to dig. I'm just creating a line. Oop. Mark back here. The people that don't watch live, they miss all of that great content. It would have been better if, for content, if I actually did fall all the way down, but just the possibility, you would think, would entice the people to tune in. But, to each their own. I'm going to use the trench shovel to pack a trench, not to dig one. I think that's like blasphemy or something. I wonder if that suction noise picked up on the mic. Ugh. But that happens all the time when I'm digging back here. I'll do like I do, step on the shovel and then, pull it back to start the dig, and I'll hear like suction, like I think it's interesting, oddly satisfying. Okay. All right. I know I wasn't going over all the steps as I was working, but if you're a visual learner, you know how to build a hill for melons. Aren't you satisfied? Oh, there's someone here. Oh my God. Did you learn anything? I sure hope so. A little person. Oh, they're gone. It's just good to know that the stream is actually out there for people to even run across. Let's see if I can get a good angle. Yeah, that's my melon hill. Like I said, I know I wasn't listing instructions as I went, but I'm sure the visual learners got something out of it. Getting y'all a new angle just in case you were bored with the old one. The clay is so clayey that the legs of the tripod have no problem penetrating. So I can angle the tripod in a way. Let's see. I'm glad there's a fence right here for me to grab onto. I think that's good for what I need it for. So for the watermelons and cantaloupe, you saw me plant yesterday. You saw me using the garden hoe to sow the seeds. I'm going to do something different today. This is a hoe handle. It used to have a hoe on it. You see anything missing? Yeah, I thought so. It's the reason I'm having to use hand hoes every day and hand cultivators, you know, because, yeah, no hoe head. But for the melons and pumpkins, I can poke a hole. This is another one of those oddly satisfying experiences. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is Gorilla Glue. As I've stated in numerous live streams and videos, I break everything I freaking touch. Like, I know that can come off as, oh, woe is me, oh, you know. And I try to make sure people understand it's like, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just describing reality as I see it. It's like, sure, you could say I'm complaining, I guess. But if laying out the facts as they exist constitutes complaining, then everyone is complaining every day, all day. But yeah, I just seem to break everything I touch, man. I don't know what it is. It's like, I feel like I got cursed. Like I pissed off a witch at some point, and the curse has an abnormally long duration of effect. So I'm just getting freaking hammered every day by this curse. Meanwhile, the witch probably doesn't even remember what I did to deserve it. And you know what's funny? I love witches. I love witchcraft. I love Halloween. I mean, I'm from New Orleans. For Pete's sake. I'm an ally. I know how cringy that is. But for real, I love witches. So if you're out there, if you can hear me, I apologize for whatever it is I did. And I ask you kindly, please, to lift the curse. please. Cherry on top. And to make it clear, I know that a man can be a witch. Just make sure. I might have said she or her in that rant. I can't remember if I did. But I do understand that witches, the label of being a witch is gender neutral. So, if the witch that cursed me was a man, please, sir, please lift the curse. And if it's a woman, madam, please, madam, please free me. I hope this is all picking up good on the camera. I can't really see it. I could go grab my other phone. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. All right, let's see what you see. It's going to be like no audio. I never use this phone, so it's trying to launch 30, 40, 50 apps at once. Let's see. Sorry for the delay, guys. It's for the greater good. There we go. No. Here we go. Okay. I can see myself standing there real awkward. Turn the volume down. Let's see. Trying to use this chain link fence to counter the tripod. If I can make this work, it'll be genius. I apologize to all my fans with motion sickness. And it looks like I got it. Yep. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. I'm poking holes in the ground. Got any Ween fans here? I can't remember the name of the song, but every time I do this, I think it's called You Were the Fool, maybe? But one of the lyrics is about plugging holes. And you got to plug them holes straight through till you see the mind's eye. Plug them holes, boy, till you see straight through to the mind's eye. Think about it, turn around and go back to that quiet sound. Jimmy Dean and dance around the pool. You were the fool. You were the fool. I was the fool for thinking I could sing on a live stream. That was a bad idea. Just for the people. I shouldn't subject you to that. That's for my shower. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21 holes. I'm looking at my other phone over here and it's like riveting content. Just holes on the ground. Hello again, folks. I'm going to put this phone right here. So I'm not going to do too many pumpkins because I'm really just growing these for fun. I'm more concerned about cantaloupes and watermelons, but it'll make good material for composting. And maybe I can carve up a couple of maybe I can carve up a couple of jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. So I'm just going to do these 4 holes right here with pumpkin. And just to be sure, I'm going to do 2 seeds in each hole. So maybe I'll get more pumpkin than I bargained for in the end. But we shall see together. There's a hole right there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put these seeds up and grab another pack. I'm going to get a sip of my drink first. I'm going to do these 5 holes with this pack of sugar babies. And then I'll probably do these 3 with the other sugar babies. I'm pretty sure they're the same watermelon. I mean, they both say sugar baby, but there's different photos, so I don't know if that was just a packaging discrepancy, like maybe one pack was from last year. I just didn't know. But once again, we'll find out together. Remember when you were a kid? I'm talking to the Americans here. But remember when you were a kid during the summer when the family or friends or whatever would cut open a watermelon and one of the parents or one of the friends would say, "Oh, don't make sure you don't swallow the watermelon seeds because watermelons will grow in your stomach." I never bought it personally, but I know a lot of adults that believe that pretty good way until their 20s, or they believed it for a pretty good bit into their 20s. It's funny how those things kind of work. And I could be wrong here, but if I remember correctly, and it could explain why these people believed that watermelon could grow in your stomach for so long, is what I'm remembering is an episode of The Magic School Bus where they go into one of the kids' stomachs because he ate a watermelon seed and it was growing in his stomach. Now, I could be mistaking that with another kid show, or it could have just been a dream, and that's never happened in any children's show. But if they saw it on the Magic School Bus, I would not blame them for actually believing it. But if they saw it on like Angry Beavers or something, then I might be a little bit judgmental. All right, that's them's sugar babies. Now these 3 holes I'm gonna do with the other sugar baby. I guess this package got wet, so some of the seeds are stuck to the packaging. Now that I have this other one open, we can compare the seeds and see if they're the same. They look different. Make sure I don't get them mixed up in my hand. Get a few for comparison. they're kind of similar. The issue is that this package, since it got wet and the seeds got stuck to the packaging, it's difficult to be certain because the seeds could have become different. I'm trying to think of the word. Disformed, malformed. It's a couple of watermelon seeds right there. Come on out. And I'm doing 2 seeds per hole just out of an abundance of caution. Caution doesn't feel like the right word there, but that's the one we're using. I'll combine these 2 packages together now. What am I going to plant next? You know what? Let's go on a field trip. You know what? I take it back. I'm going to go get another seed packet. I was thinking about bringing you guys with me, but I can hear people that probably don't want to be on camera. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you can definitely hear me now. I clipped y'all onto a 2x4 with a rusty nail sticking out. Y'all were clipped onto the rusty nail. Okay, I apologize for the dead air, but I'm back. I'm here now. Okay. 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 We're here now. That's all that matters. But this also matters. I got more watermelons. I got the Black Diamond. I have the Charleston Gray. Those look pretty big. See, I'm kind of hesitant to grow too many watermelons because watermelons are really big. And I just doubt that I can eat them all. So I guess I'll give them away. Got Congo. I play D&D Thursdays. I got a D&D session tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. But usually people bring snacks like candies, cakes, you know, just like snack food. But what you would expect to find at a D&D game. But I'm going to start bringing healthy food, I guess. And look at this. We got another sugar baby. Another one. So I guess these 3 holes here will be another sugar baby. I guess I got these because they're organic and I was just wanting to see what would happen. Ooh, this is nice packaging. Gotta have scissors. You know what, sugar baby? Not today. So for these 3, I'm going to, why not? Garden Leader Monster. The Garden Leader Monster watermelons. Why not? As long as they're sweet, I think we'll be good. As far as the D&D campaigns go for bringing watermelons. These seeds are big. Like, look at these freaking seeds, man. They're humongous. And there's 6 of them. That's perfect. 1, 2. 1, 2. One, two. There we go. I got 6 more holes. What should I do with them? I'll do... You know what? I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. I should have some like right here. Or at least something to cut this open with. You know what? I got a rusty nail right here. And I got a tetanus shot just a couple of years ago. So, there you go. Perfect. Mission accomplished. trying to be careful because usually with packaging like this that I can't, rip easily, I'll try to open it and then all of the contents inside of the bag will just explode everywhere. So that is actually one of those things I've noticed about myself over the years that I have been able to control and manage. So there is hope. There's always hope. And would you look at how tiny these seeds are compared to the garden leader monster? I want to be the garden leader, but I don't want to be a monster. But if I have to be a monster to be a garden leader, well, I guess I'll just have to accept it. Yeah, screw it. We're going all sugar baby. One more seed. There we go. Watermelon planted. Got the watermelon planted, a whole bunch of it, and I got pumpkin planted. And right over there, I got cantaloupe. Right there. Yep. And then a little further, I got watermelon. I seriously have more watermelon than I know what to do with planted out here. But I'll figure it out. Even if it's just crushing it up and burying it again to vitalize the soil, and then that's what it's going to do. Now I need to fill the holes. I'm not going to overfill them or overly fill them. I mean, you never want to overfill. Get my gloves. There we go. I was looking for my trowel. I don't know if this is called a trowel or a trovel. Man, when I squatted down to show the camera we're just going to call it a shovel, I started to sink. I'm not even joking. So I had to dash up real quick. You know what? Where'd all my cultivators go? I'll make this work. Like I always do. This hoe. Look at it. Ooh. Yeah, I know. like I say, I want to be careful not to overpack it, but I don't want it to be so exposed that other seeds can find their way in there. There we go. This is beautiful. This is looking real good. Okay. Taking off my gloves. Picking up some of my equipment over here. Out of sight. I'm coming back. There we go. Hello. I know what you're thinking. Why do you take the holes off of the camera? Why is this dude on camera now? I was looking at the hole. Sorry. Trying to tighten my connection to the tripod. But yeah, I was going the wrong way. That's what I thought. Oops. There we go. I feel like half of my stream is always me trying to reorient the camera. I drop everything I touch. I break everything I touch and I drop everything I pick up. Once again, I am calling out to the witch who cursed me. I apologize for whatever it is I did to earn my curse. I take it back. I wish I could have done something different. I apologize. Please, please, please lift the curse. I would really appreciate it. See, it's so freaking stressful that I break everything I touch and I drop everything I pick up that it's driven me to smoking, man. This is on you. Which which man, I have trouble with that word. I like this cigarette case a lot. Closer look at the chat. Beam me up, Scotty. Hey, Baba Booey. I'm trying to reach the buried treasure, but I haven't run across it yet. But I'm sure I will eventually, right? Because there's definitely buried treasure for sure. Smoking's bad. I don't like doing it on camera. Yeah. I got the stream pulled up on here. I exited out earlier, like just a moment ago, and my views dropped to 0. So I was like, was I my only viewer? So I reopened it and my views didn't change. So at least I know now that whenever I'm looking at my stream on another device, it doesn't count towards the views. So I can't like trick myself into thinking I got one viewer. At least I'll know I have one viewer. Looks like I have 2 viewers right now. Oh my god. I doubled my viewership. How you doing, guys? Y'all having a good day? Y'all having fun out there? I've been working hard. Oh, they're gone. They're shy. Well, I'm done with this for today. Goodbye.